I can smell it when you jump on me or when you're right next to me. The smell changes every so often, so I'd noticed.
いいなあ、笹の髪。私のもこんなに綺麗だったらな。
別に海は海でいいだろ。私海の髪結構好きだし。
What am I saying? I said I loved her hair, that is.
そっかな。まあそう言われると嬉しいけど。
Happy? You're happy, Umi. What did I do? What do I do? Okay. Should I say it? Should I say, I love you too, Umi? We're alone together right now, right? I can say it now, right? What do I do? What do I do? So say it.
海
あ？そうそう。なんか耳赤くない？
Shit, she's onto me. Huh? Oh, Nana, you're finally back. She's back, she's back. I was frozen, covering my ears, trying to hide them. The door to the broadcasting room had opened and Nana had walked in. She saved me, maybe? Huh? You two didn't go home? What are you doing? Ah, I was bored, so I was gonna braid Sus's hair. Whatever, you're done now, right? Let go. I shook my head, shaking off Umi's fingers. Oh, it came apart. Oh wait, Sasa, I'll fix it with a brush. You don't want it to curl, right? It's fine, it will go back on its own. What? Oh, it really did go back. I'm jealous. I have no idea what would happen if Umi brushed my hair in front of Nana. Huh? I thought you went home ages ago. How could we leave without you, Nana? Right. Umi was waiting for you. What? You were waiting too, Sasa? You just made me wait, Umi. My heart rate's gone back to normal, at least, I think. Good. I'm glad nobody noticed. And we left the school together, the three of us, like always. Me and Umi, and Nana. Talking about all sorts of things, like usual. Umi brings up something random, I give her a half-assed reply. Umi gets a little mad and tries to get Nana on her side. Nana's sleepy, Umi wakes her up. Just like always. Yeah, this is fine. Today was a close one, but I managed to get through it without anybody finding out. I couldn't say it, but that's fine. I'm glad the three of us can stay together as friends. That's what I think. Really, I'm fine with this for now. For now. I'm sure I'll get a chance to say it sometime. I just have to tell her then. And if I can't, then nothing will change. The three of us can stay together. And I'm sure Umi wants that more than anything. Gibby. On that day, I became friends with Aihara-senpai. The wonderful senpai I met just after starting school. I admired her from the moment we met, and since then I've only grown to like her more and more. I confessed my feelings to her that day. It was odd, since we're both girls, but I couldn't contain what I felt for her. I delivered my letter to her in secret, asked her to come to the roof, and I told her that I loved her. Aihara-senpai had looked a little troubled, but she listened to my confession so maturely. And she said she didn't really understand my love, and that was a little disappointing. But she said we could be friends, that she'd be able to love me as a friend. She said we should start and figure out the rest as we go. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, but... Do you have a minute, Aihara-san? Oh, Aihara, can I ask you a little favor? Aihara, sorry to ask again, but... Senpai, what should I do with these? Senpai's amazing. Too amazing. I've been hanging out with Aihara-senpai during lunch and after school since then, at every chance I can. It's because I want to spend as much time as possible with her, of course. And yet, I knew that this happened since the day I met Senpai, but she really gets asked to do a lot of stuff by a lot of people. Someone says something to her every time we take a few steps down the hall, and it's always to ask her to do something. And I knew Senpai was the vice president of the beautification committee. I knew the beautification committee has kind of a reputation as general handy women, but this is way too many requests, isn't it? There are people who ask her to do things that are completely unrelated too. They're just asking her to do odd jobs because they know she'll do them. What's that about? Anyway, that's why Senpai roams around on her lunch break and after school, to do all these things. She can really do everything to ask her to, so it's super amazing, but it means we've got no time to chat together at all. I'm sorry, Maki-chan. No, it's fine. Of course I don't want to be by her side just so I can get in the way. I'm pretty good at manual labor, like this. So I've been helping out with all sorts of things too. Thank you, you're a real help. But like I mentioned, manual labor is really my only talent. I feel bad taking advantage of your help just because you offered it. You shouldn't. I'm the one who should be sorry for being so slow. I help her out with other things too, but I can barely even do half the work Senpai can. No, you're not slow. You're learning all this very quickly. I like that we can work together like this, but I realized it still doesn't mean we can relax and chat together. By the time Senpai finishes with her work every day, we already have to go home and we split in opposite directions when we leave the gates. We can't talk at all. This isn't good. I want to talk about all sorts of things with Aihara-senpai. I don't want to get in the way of her work, of course, but Senpai could have a little more time to relax, couldn't she? I don't think I'm wrong about this. Senpai needs time to relax and chat just as much as I do. But how can I make that time? I mean, she can't go down the hall without someone talking to her. It's the same when we borrow a class from someone to do work. It even happens in the faculty room and on the school grounds. Which means we could relax if it was someone no one would find us, right? Yes, that's it. I just need to find a secret place that only Senpai and I know about. Somewhere in the school. A hideout for just the two of us. I use all my breaks trying to put my plan into action. I plan to find a place to relax and chat with Senpai. Just the two of us. But where would be good? The Hochikan building? That might not work. It has a lot of rooms, but they're all busy and well used. It's a new building after all. Classrooms, reference labs, reference rooms, labs. If people were looking for Senpai, they'd definitely be able to find her there. Keys are kept in the faculty room and I have padlocks and stuff at home. But it's not like I can just stick them somewhere without asking. Outside's no good either. We're about to enter the rainy season, and there'd be no shelter on windy days or anything. There'll be bugs when summer starts too. The Hochikan! It looks like a western style building on the outside, but it has this big tatami room on the second floor, which is super cool. The star decorations on the walls and windows give it this great cute look. The archway above the entrance is also super cool. But I won't find a good place here. The big tatami room has like a little side area for cushions and things. But that's basically an unlit closet. I was a little hopeful for the Kumoni Yagura building. But that didn't really work out either. The first floor is full of club rooms, and I feel like Senpai would get even more work if she were to walk by there. The second floor is lodging rooms that you can't use without permission, but they're pretty nice with mats and stuff. They're not locked or anything, but we'd probably get in trouble if we hid in there. It's really like a castle here. I mean, it was one originally, so that's no surprise. Is it weird for a girl to be excited about really solid beams and posts? Bet my dad and brothers would understand. I thought maybe it'd have a secret door somewhere, and looked around for one, but it didn't have any luck. There were no seams in the tower's structure. Sadly. In the end, I ran all over trying to find a good spot, but I couldn't even find one. But despite that, looking around all these places I'd never even seen before just made me fall in love with this school even more. I can't believe I get to go to a school that has a new buildings built right with these old ones. And I met a wonderful person like Aihara-senpai, fell in love with her, and became friends with her. Now we can be together. If I were just able to talk to her or learn a little more, if she starts liking me a little more, I really have to make this plan succeed. Firmly decided on that, I resumed my search of the school. There's gotta be somewhere. Of course, I spend my lunch periods and after school time with Aihara-senpai, though not every day. This time we're taking care of something a teacher asked her to do, together. She was asked to move some materials, carrying 10 boxes from the entrance to the reference room. Is this really something you need to ask Senpai to do though? So I thought, but I didn't say anything. None of the boxes were particularly heavy, but they were big and there were a lot of them. So so it would take a few trips. Well, I could walk with Senpai, so I wasn't too mad about it. It was a chance to talk too. Sorry to make you help with this. Again. It's fine, really, I'm good at this sort of thing. I can't mess this up unless I trip or something. They're pretty heavy, aren't they? Huh? No, not at all. Yeah, they're totally light. I'd be able to take 2 at a time if they were just a little easier to carry. You really are strong, Maki-chan. I have a little confidence in my strength. My family does construction, so I'm always carrying something or other for them. You did say that, didn't you? We talked like this, little by little, and I learned a bit about her while I told her a bit about myself. I was happy about it, and it was fun, but the boxes were kind of in the way. I really need to find that sacred place soon. Aihara-senpai. Yes? Is the beautification committee always this busy? I, well, joined the committee too, but I don't get as much work as you do, senpai. Yes, I joined the beautification committee so that I can help senpai as much as possible. And after joining, I learned there's definitely a lot to do on the committee, but it's not so much you need to work after school every day like Aihara-senpai. Yes, I suppose I get special treatment. People just ask me to help with many things. The work really does go directly to senpai. I guess it's just easier to ask me. I'm sorry you get dragged into so much, Maki-chan. No, really, I'm okay with it. We're just having the same conversation on repeat. But I suppose this will all end around October. Huh? Why is that? For a moment, I thought about a day when senpai will be free of all this hard work and got excited. Because third years have to retire from their committees in October to study for exams. Ah. That's right. Senpai's a third year. Retire, and then graduation. That's right. Senpai's graduating next spring. I'm really sad all of a sudden, thinking about senpai leaving this school. We've just met. I've just fallen for her. We've just become friends. I want to love senpai even more after this. And I want her to love me more too. But she'll graduate long before me. My heart feels like it's being squeezed. It hurts. I want her to like me even more, as more than a friend. I want to make that a reality. I want to talk with her about anything we want, just the two of us. And when I thought that... Senpai? Yes? I couldn't stop myself from asking. Senpai, what do you think about homosexuality? Wait, what? Wait, I'm jumping too far ahead. It's not like I really think of myself that way, or like I didn't realize it or anything. But I really do like you, senpai. I love you even though you're a woman. Senpai, really. So, if you're not okay with that sort of thing, or you don't like it, like, so, I really do love you, senpai, Maki-chan, calm down. Right. What the heck am I saying? Let's see. I don't really know I don't really know much about homosexuality or anything, or what I feel about it. Or whether you are or aren't, Maki-chan. She doesn't really know, huh? Well, I don't really know either. But I do like you, Maki-chan. Huh? It's like I have a little sister now. You're so cute. What? Well, I guess I'm happy about that. But is that like a step back from friends? Then senpai, which you like better? Men or women? Well, I don't really know about that either. What about you, Maki-chan? I like you, senpai. Thank you, I like you too, Maki-chan. Yeah, she's definitely just avoiding the question. But I can't really be more direct, can I? This is kind of frustrating. I want a clearer answer. But this isn't really something you can talk about while you're carrying boxes down the hallway, huh? Who knows who might hear us? I really need to find a place where we can talk. I thought I heard a noise. It sounded kind of like something soft falling off a shelf. I was in the inner building. I didn't even know how many times I'd been there now. I was still searching for a secret place. I didn't care if it was the week before exams or the week of exams either. And now those are all over. Nothing could stop me anymore. Oh, but I did remember to study, of course. I don't want senpai thinking I'm stupid because my grades were bad. She might even get worried and tell me to spend time studying instead of helping her. Either way, I made it time to search around the school grounds. And the most likely place to find a hideout for us was the inner building. The building's only used by third-year students. And it's old. Since it used to be the main school building, it's full of spare rooms. Many of them are basically storage now, since there's no other need for them. Like that reference room. Yeah, that reference room. A place special to senpai and me. Was that where the noise had come from? Right around there? I walked deeper into the hallway. Oh, I heard it again. I thought I did, anyway. What was it? There's nobody back here, right? I can't use somewhere other people go after all. Was it here? The reference room senpai had shown me to, the place where she'd wiped the dust from me. That's right, it's super dirty in there, isn't it? Even if nobody comes by, it's still kind of gross if it's covered in dust. And we wouldn't really be able to relax in all that mess. But I guess I should look while I'm here. Put my hand on the door and took care to open it quietly. Anybody in here? It's got windows, but the shelves in the middle of the room block the light from getting through. I think there was a light. I searched for the switch by the door, flipped it, and turned on the light. Then everything was visible. I glanced around and thought, this won't do. Yeah, I guess it's just good for storage. There's shelves, boxes, and so much other stuff. The box I brought here that day is still around too. It's not like there's nowhere to stand, but you couldn't really relax in here, and there'd be nowhere to sit. This won't work either, huh? right as I sighed and turned to leave the room... Huh? I heard that noise again. It was even clearer than it had been before. It was coming from deeper inside the room. What is it? I chill right down my back. Is this school? It's an old school. And an old building. But somehow my curiosity won out. I moved into the room slowly, careful not to kick anything aside or touch the dust-covered shelves. Was it back here? A large shelf blocked the far side of the room, near the windows, but looking closer at it, I found enough space around it for a person to get through. Well, you can't see this from the entrance. Beyond that gap. Oh! There was a little open space between the windows and the shelves. It was only about 1 meter wide, and maybe 2 meters long. There were all sorts of things stuffed into the back of the space opposite the gap I'd gotten in through, and at the very front of that pile. Is this a couch? There was a couch. That would see it too, huh? A couch? Really? I ran over to it and all. It looked pretty darn old, but still in decent shape. The back was torn, but you wouldn't be able to see that if it was sitting up. This is like the perfect size for this space. No way, this can't be. The back of this practically unused reference room, and a couch we could both sit on. Light bleeds through from the curtains, and it's a bit dusty and dirty in there, but I can clean this up enough that we can use it. I found it! I finally found it. A secret place where Senpai and I can be alone. First I need a broom and a rag. I ran off to grab things to clean with.
Senpai! こっちです!
I pulled Senpai by the hand down the inner building hallway. We can't run in the halls, so I was just walking quickly.
こっちです！ここって物置の。はい、あの時の資料室です。ここがどうしたの
Proudly opened the door of the room, leaving the lights off. The weather was good, so the windows cast light into the room well enough.
マキちゃん、また汚れちゃうわよ。あ、はい。ここもそのうちちゃんと掃除しますね。こっちから入ってきてください。こっち？どうぞ。
Yay, she's surprised.
先輩、座ってください。結構ふかふかなんですよ。
Senpai sat down and I sat next to her. In our hideout, just for me and Senpai, the two of us, side by side on the couch.
どうです先輩？びっくりした。私が見つけたんです。そうなの。ここもっといろんなものがあったと思ってたんだけど。そうですか？でもちょうどここだけぽっかり空いてたんです。それにこのソファー、そこの奥に置いてあったんで使わせてもらいました。そうなの。
It's still a little dusty, but I can't do anything about that. I'm still not finished with my cleaning.